All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back. Welcome to the 6:30 session for the 6th of March. We have two pianists with us this evening. They're playing quite contrasting pieces. So I will hand the microphone over to pianist number one. You go ahead and get yourself set
Hi.
up, and then we can get ready. One second. All right, Miss Bhavya, when you're ready.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Nice, Bhavya. Hey, can you go ahead and introduce the piece and who wrote it?
I play Onde by I don't know how to pronounce it.
Good. Einaudi.
Einaudi.
Einaudi. Yeah. Nice. All right. Is this your first time playing this in class?
Well, I've played it before, but that was like a little bit after I started, so I had to do the in for the second part of the left of the second page, like the second half of the second page, I did it just right hand.
All right. But you know what? Now that you got your hands together, how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, I thought you did a really good job. A lot of these pieces that are quite atmospheric, um, it's really up to us to see if we can create a mood with it, right? Because it can sound quite boring, right? If everything is played the same. So really there are two main themes in this, right? Or two kind of characters. There are the quarter notes, and then there's this ya da dum da da dum. What do you think is happening? Like if this was a plot in a story or this was a person, what's going on in the scene? Quarter notes and the eighth notes.
Um, it's like um, it's kind of like changing the beat, and like kind of like from measure like 5, 6, and 7, it's kind of calming down, but then it's going back into the into that like the melody, like that's the melody, so it's like playing the melody, and then the second part is like kind of like like measures 8 and 9 is kind of like another side beat to it, just to like basically like two spaces in, like I don't know, I kind of see it as like spaces in between the melody,
Yep.
um to like yeah to
That's good. Yeah, so that's exactly what's happening musically. But imagery wise, if this was a story and this was a character, do you hear two characters in this here? Or is
no.
it just one character? And what are they going through right now? If the quarter note they're going through something, the eighth note they're going through something. What's going on?
Um, basically it's kind of like the, so in like the da da da, it's they're like it's where like they're basically they're just like going like I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but like mm, mm, so for the melody, like
Mhm.
it's probably doing like if a character was like walking through the woods or something, then that would
Yeah.
be like when they walk, and then probably they take a pause when the melody ends.
So do you think this is the pause part? Yeah, da dum da da dum.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this could be an idea, right? So you could have walking, oopsie, walking, and then this part over here could be thinking, or yeah, and thought, perhaps, right? So I would like you to play around with this idea so that it gives your playing even more contrast. Yeah. So that would be the first thing. Second thing is I need you to have a little think about how much pedal you want to add for this, where you're going to add pedal and where it lifts. Yeah. Because I found that it was just a little bit too heavy, and at times your sounds they just kind of they mash together, and you couldn't quite hear the notes as clearly as you could. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So have a little think about where you want to add the pedal, or if you are going to add pedal, are you going to release it at the end or the beginning of every measure so that the sounds don't bleed into one another, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cool, nice. Ariana, do you have any thoughts for Bhavya?
I thought it was very like the rhythm and tempo were very fixed. Or maybe there could be more character added to it.
Oh, that's an idea. So do you have any ideas for what she could experiment with, how she could do that?
Like phrasing, playing with the tempo a little bit within different
Oh,
sections.
yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Bhavya, does that make sense? Do you understand what Ariana's talking about?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, even when you play these eighth notes or the quarter notes, you could decide to play some of them a little quicker, some of them a
Yeah.
little bit slower. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just gives it a little bit more movement, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe here, look at this, the B flat going to the C. That's a
Mm-hmm.
whole change in sound. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, hopefully that gives you some ideas to play around with, but we'll look
Okay.
forward to hearing it again soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, well done. Thank you, Bhavya. All right, and we'll move on to our second performer. All right, Ariana, when you're ready, just go ahead and introduce yourself and your piece of music, please.
My name is Ariana, and I'll be playing Fantasy Etude Number 7, Swimming in Air by Dr. Ludwig.
Wonderful, Ariana. Piece suits you. You play it really beautifully. That's so cool. Um, what is it about this? Because so yeah, thanks, Bhavya. For those that don't know, Ariana's on a project at the moment. She's playing a lot of etudes that I wrote during the lockdown during COVID time, and it's interesting hearing you interpret each one. Some of them sit really well under the fingers. Some of them um, take longer than others to try and understand. But this one, how long did this one take you to learn?
Um, I think I've had it for a month.
It's pretty good. That's really good. Um, is it easy? Does it sit easy under your fingers, or did you have to take a while to get the threes against twos in your head? What's your
Polyrhythms
journey been?
aren't the polyrhythms weren't too hard for me, but I think creating uh, making each section sound different from one another was the harder part.
Yeah, yeah. It's often the case, right? Especially with a piece that has a lot of repetition, right? But I thought you did that really well. You controlled the sound beautifully. The colors that you managed to get in this piece here were really great, and you've responded to the harmonies. You know, when because we're in C major, but when we move to A flat, we move to B flat. I think you did really well in creating different shades, um, and then a really beautifully controlled right throughout the section over here. Um, I especially loved how when it was forte, you actually played a proper forte. A lot of people would play and they get to the forte and they're like, well, is it because it's quite a delicate piece? How intense should I be? Be intense, all right? Because the whole thing is it's quite dreamy. I've entitled it Road Trip, but it could really be anything. If we talk about imagery, what do you see in your head when you play this? Have you come up with any images?
Um, it's very playful at first, so I see like I don't know, maybe at the beach or something, somebody at the beach, and then maybe a storm comes when the more intense parts.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. Well, play around with that idea, and I think you're at the point now where you can start to build the tempo just a wee bit.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that it could actually be played a little more brisk?
Yeah, I was trying to build up the tempo, but I haven't quite gotten to where I want to yet.
Yeah, okay, good. Sometimes, I mean, some people might play a piece of music and they don't want it to be too fast. They just personally feel that it sits better at a slower tempo. But I definitely feel that now, and just watching you play, keep your wrists loose, keep rolling over the keys, right? Allow that hand to just rotate so that the piece just kind of sits nicely under the fingers. Left hand, this was all great. This was wonderful. Your build up to this forte was excellent. Nice use of the pedal throughout here. A flat, E flat chord. Very nice. Yeah, at this point here, I don't have too much to say because you've made this piece your own, which is wonderful. So now just consider the technical approach. How are you going to move your hand more freely over the piano? And then as you build the speed, because you're moving so freely, your speed will come. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nicely done. Sorry, are you playing this with the music or are you memorizing it, or is it like a
Trying
bit
to
of
get
both?
music right now.
All right. Have you got an aim to get it into your memory?
Yeah.
Nice. It's gonna feel nice once you finally memorize it.
Mhm.
Like a lot of pieces. Yeah. Cool. Bhavya, did you have any thoughts or comments on Ariana's performance?
It was really good.
Thank you.
The end. Yeah, cool, Bhavya. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, thank you for bringing your music. Thank you for playing. Um, as I say to everybody, watch the videos back so that you can make up your own mind to places that you need to adjust, but also places that you can celebrate. You're like, yep, cool. I have that section ticked off. But yeah, listen for yourself and make up your own mind as to what you need to change or edit for next time. All right. Cool. That brings us to the end of our performance seminar. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you guys again in the next seminar soon. All right. Thanks, Ariana.
Thank
Thanks, Bhavya.
you.
Take care, guys. Bye. Thanks for joining.